Deepa, Ananya has left us a text message on this chat.
Go live. Right? Go live. Yes. Yes, I think we are live now.
We are live? Okay.
Yes. Super. So welcome, Madhu, to
Thank you,
this
Deepa.
shared space of presence.
Yes, it's exciting that we're able to do this spontaneously and see what's going to come up because we don't know.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's quite liberating.
Yeah, sure. So before we go into the heat of the coaching conversation, how would you like to begin, Madhu?
I think since we're calling this a space of emergence, Deepa, I think we can be present to ourselves through silence. And then I will present whatever is coming up for me, and then we'll begin. Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay. So I'm going to close my eyes, and in about 2 minutes, I think, yeah, we'll be ready. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
Super. Super. So, as we begin this conversation, I'm sure we know that we are live and there are so many watching us now and maybe in the future as well. But in this conversation, I want to assure you that you will receive my full, authentic presence.
Thank you.
Thank you. So in
Yeah.
that 40 to 45 minutes that we have, what would you like to explore and take away?
So during the few minutes of silence, I was watching myself. And before we began, I said, let me think what comes up for me, right? So I noticed that there was a little bit of a flutter first, and then there was calm, and then there were a few thoughts, then there was flutter again, then there was conscious calm again. So it kind of took that journey, and no topic came to my mind. And I realized that that was true presence, because I was being present to myself and not thinking about what should I present, for our topic. So I think we'll allow the topic to now emerge in this space. And since you said that you're going to give me your full self, I think it's important to bring something that requires resolution. Yeah. So Jan and early Feb, I went through a health challenge, and you, Deepa, were a big part of my healing process. I'm well now, but I've not learned my lesson yet in terms of wellness, in terms of taking care of myself. Yeah. So every day I tell myself, okay, I will begin my yoga practice. I will, begin another practice. But I don't seem to be getting close to what I want to do. Yeah. So in one sense, it gives me a feeling that when it happens, I'll deal with it. But the 45 days when I was in deep pain, I felt otherwise. I'm back to my old ways. Yeah. So I think one is I certainly want to get back into a healthy routine, taking care of myself, and not for anybody else, but just for myself. Not because there's a family to look after, and not for anything else. I think I want to be present to this being. Yeah. So I think that's something that needs deep looking as to what makes me not take care of myself. Because I know the impact of taking care of myself. So it's not that there is no knowing. Knowing fully well and not doing is what I want to really look into. Yeah.
When you were sharing and when you said back to my old ways, I saw you smiling. Just immediately after that, you looked down and I saw something change in your eyes. And the sense I had was a lot of sadness here.
Yeah. I think the sadness probably is a reflection of how much I have in my life, which is going well, and me not being present to it. I'm grateful, not that I'm not grateful for my life, but I think being present to it is very different. So it was probably that. And I would have smiled because I'm catching myself saying that I know this. You know, it's a pattern I recognize. It's familiar territory, you know. But the sadness is knowing it and not doing it. I think it comes from there. I think more than sadness, I think it's disappointment. That when you already identify something and you don't take action to support that knowing, then it leads to not being really present. So I think what I'm understanding is that being grateful, I mean, just thinking about gratitude is not enough, or being grateful is not enough, you know, because then that gratitude has no meaning if I'm not present to it, right? Because this will continue to happen. It's a cycle that will continue if that presence is not there. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm wondering, why is it so fleeting? You know, this thought of when I was in pain, I told myself the body is signaling to me, I know exactly what to do. You know, all those flourishing thoughts. And now, because I'm well, so that means that thought was so fleeting. It didn't carry enough weight, mass, energy, enough rooting. Did not carry enough of any of that. Yeah, and that's why thought in, thought out. Yeah. So how do you implant something? Yeah.
And as you're asking this, who are you being deep inside?
A version of me that I aspire to have, and which I'm not right now. Yeah. So there's recognition, but it's not translating. Yeah. So I'm wondering what will help, not even help, what will just implant it? You know, what will take me to that space where I don't have a choice? Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what it is. Every time I have a choice, I'm back to my old ways. Every time I never had a choice, I did it. And I did it lovingly. I did it willingly. It's not that, you know, so it's that. Yeah, no choice. Yeah. Interesting that how choice should work actually. The freedom to choose should actually work. But I don't want that freedom to choose in this case.
I'm hearing you describe so many polarities right from the time you talked about that flutter and calm
Yes,
to now.
yes, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's quite paradoxical, this and that. Yeah. So I think the understanding is that the availability of choice can either serve you or not serve you. So that I can clearly see now. Let's assume, in the next 1 month, um, I say check into a space. You know, if they say wake up at 4 a.m., I'll wake up at 4 a.m. And I will do it uh, not because, not from a discipline standpoint, but I will do it because the space demands a certain this thing, and I'm in that space, right? But if you ask me to wake up at 4 a.m. at home, next to impossible.
And what makes you
Yeah.
go to that space, choose that space, or what will make you choose that space?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there I don't allow myself any choice.
To go to that space, what is the choice you have made?
Um, Good question. Uh, every once in a while, when I feel like I have to drop some layers, I go to those spaces. When I feel like I'm accumulating and I need to shed, then I go to those spaces. When I feel like I need to have deeper understanding, I go to those spaces. Yeah. And and those spaces get me to doing things which otherwise I wouldn't do. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I've been in boarding all my life as a very young child, as a second grader. And we used to be woken up at 5:45 every morning. I did that for 9 years of my life. But the minute I had freedom, I hated waking up at 5:45.
Hmm. So I hear you say, I don't resist,
Yeah. No, I don't resist. There's no resistance
but I don't
because
choose it.
I don't choose it on my own. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't resist it because I respect it.
Yeah.
It is that. But the minute you give me a choice, yeah, then I'm on my own clock. Yeah. Yeah.
So we've been in this conversation for 15 minutes now. What in specific from this awareness would you like to take away?
I want to choose the no choice. How do I get to choose the no choice state and do it well? Yeah. So I think that's, yeah. If I can achieve that, Deepa, we'll go out for dinner.
Yeah. You either fly to Bangalore or I come to Hyderabad.
Correct. Absolutely. No, actually, even better, we'll go sari shopping.
Done. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. So
Yeah.
I want to choose the no choice.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hmm. And in this conversation, how will you know that you have reached there?
I think the more we talk through, just like how I had this realization when you said, what is it that you want to take away? And I identified that this is what I want to take away. I think exactly like that. At different points in time, I might say something that I'm like, yes, this is heading me in that direction. Yeah. I think I'll explicitly
Yeah,
say it
we
to
call
you.
it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'll call it out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What makes this important for you at this point of time?
I think being present, I think is everything. Because then you're architecting, you know, a life that supports you. So I want to architect a life that supports me. And like I said, I want this wellness for myself. Yeah. So being present to it, I think uh, will help me. One is to live it the way I wanted it. The other is to also know it's possible, because for me, there are other things that come in the way, like consistency, and then I do so too many things, my energy will get diluted and things like that. But I think so. This is the answer to all those other things that are showing up in my life. So they're all interconnected. Uh, Diffused energy, say distractions, inconsistency, not following through on a lot of things. All of them have their root here. And hence, I think it's important. Yeah.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking, oh my God, if I could crack this one, then, it's going to impact uh, so many aspects of my life. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the reason why I said, if you're going to be fully with me in this conversation, then I do want to bring something up that I can resolve. So, resolution of one root means that, a lot of those branches and those shoots can, yeah, bear lovely fruit. Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah.
So To shift from choosing because of structure to choosing the no choice, to shift from this to that journey, where would you want to begin today?
Yeah. So I was saying that while there is no resistance, there is respect for the space, right? But there is no respect for me being in that space yet. So there is more compliance there because the space requires, and I'm choosing to go to that space. So I will behave myself. So I'm doing it for the sanctity, the sacredness of a space, but not for myself. So I think if I choose it for myself, then there is choice. Then I can actually move from the choice of choice instead of the choice of no choice. Right?
Right.
Are you seeing how
Yes.
many times we're evolving in terms of yeah. So I think this understanding is one of those areas that is helping me move. So I think the fact that this respect for myself. So now what I'm understanding is that while there is compliance to a structure and it has respect in it, I think when it comes to me, I think there has to be love. Yeah. Because I think respect alone may not work. There has to be this element of love with the respect
In that space.
in that space for myself.
So,
For myself. Yeah.
you had earlier talked about the importance of aspiration. What could be the
Yeah.
connection with this? Connection with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
choice for myself.
Yeah. Because I said, when you asked me, who are you being?
Yes.
And then I said that I was
Yes.
looking at this version as an aspiration and not, right? I think the aspiration is beyond choice. It's beyond choice. How does it matter? With choice, without choice? An aspiration of a higher version is always beyond choice. So I think it is that state, which, is a very evolved state to be in, in this human thing. I think, the little progress that we can make is try the no choice sometimes, try the choice sometimes, so all these combinations can, I can try all these combinations. But this understanding of no choice was important thank you for that question where, you asked me how these are connected, because I think that's what it is. Yeah. So the aspiration is that where I don't think it matters. I think you'll just do the right thing. I think you're ever present. Yeah. Because today the question is about presence, right? We're talking about me not being present to myself. So I think in that higher state, you're always present. So it's beyond all these things that we're playing around with. Yeah.
There's a gesture that's coming to me on, it's like this. So one hand is choice from structure and obedience and all of that. On one hand, choice from no choice, choice, even if it's no choice. And when I look above, it's the aspiration.
Correct.
It feels like this and this. And as I'm in this, it feels like one triangle.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's what it is. In some situations, this will work. In some situations, this will work. But the ultimate pinnacle of, this is about these two just don't matter. It's going beyond all of this. Yeah. It is going beyond that. Yeah. 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 It reminds me of the drama triangle.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You take complete, I mean, at the top, it's complete ownership.
Creator, yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's complete
Yeah.
ownership. It's the creator.
Mm.
Here, you're either rescuing somebody, I mean, in this case, myself, or victimizing myself. So yeah, it does remind me of that triangle. Makes sense.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. We've been talking about choice
Yes.
throughout. What does choice really mean to you?
Choice immediately for me is freedom.
Okay.
Choice means the freedom to take this, take that, take both, you know. So it's freedom. Choice is clearly freedom. And that's why I said, sometimes this may work, sometimes that may work. Yeah, it is freedom. But I'm going back to our, the original problem at hand, which is not having this routine and, all of that. So I'm trying to see how this entire conversation fits into that, so that it gets me into, this routine that I want. So do I have the freedom to choose. So I have the freedom to choose no choice, or I have the freedom to choose choice, right? And this recognition that at the pinnacle, uh, yeah, the freedom always exists. Yeah. Mm. Okay.
What's coming up for me is,
Yeah.
on one hand, it's freedom in structure
Yeah,
and in routine and in what's available in that space.
correct.
And the other one is freedom in
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah,
If we
exactly.
just replace choice with freedom, as you said.
Freedom. Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's exactly what was happening in my mind. I was thinking to myself, I have the freedom, eh, eh, I'm free to have that freedom, and and what do I do now? Yeah, so those things were.
Hmm. How can you call your values in this moment
Hmm.
or your aspiration self in this
Yeah.
moment to help you to see these two frames and go
Yeah.
to the routine that you wish?
Mm. Yes. So my three core values are creativity, freedom, and growth. I have freedom. I have freedom right at the center. Too much freedom. It's this freedom that is creating havoc. um, let's see. I think I'm going to choose the higher version and not my values for now, because I think that's a far more potent source and form to draw from. Uh, and what immediately comes to my mind, Deepa, is this: that I'm very good at putting schedules together.
Hmm.
Okay, very good at it, and I follow them. Not that I don't, I do. Otherwise, I can't be teaching goal achievement.
Hmm.
So I know the drill. But I think what I'm going to experiment with is this: that I'm going to put this routine, and I'm going to be mindful. Am I operating from no choice?
Hmm.
And how do I feel in that state? And operating from choice. And I think, see, I have to do it and see. Like, right now I cannot tell as to what's going to work and what's not going to work, right? But I think in understanding these two states is one thing, but am I being present to myself with love and respect for myself? I don't need to go to another space, and give myself no choice and then kind of comply in that structure. I'm going to see it for myself and see how it feels like. So the experience that I have in those spaces, I'm going to test it here in my everyday. Because all these are challenges, no consistency and all of that. But the fact that now I've recognized that it is my respect for that space that is making me do it. But it's not respect for me.
Hmm.
It's not respect for my wellness. So I think that it's that recognition that I'm going to try this and see how it's going to work. Yeah. If it doesn't work, I have you anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So from this event, what's the specific action that you are going to take?
Yeah. So I'm going to put this routine down.
You'll put the routine down.
I'm
Okay.
going to put the routine down.
Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
to say I'm going to wake up at this hour,
Okay. Okay.
do my yoga in the morning, and I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And when I look at my routine,
Hmm.
I'm going to remember our conversation to say, what state am I operating? Is it a no choice, respect for the space, or is it respect for me?
Yeah, and love, you said.
Correct. Love and respect for myself. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking of doing differently now. Because I'd not done this before. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Being absolutely present to this conversation as well during that time. And having that triangle in my head, the aspiration right at the top, the creator right at the top. Yeah, yeah, all of that.
And as you sense into this action that you articulated, how does it feel?
I am excited to try it. But I don't want to be too excited about it as well. You know, it's just that little bit, I mean, not little bit, but yeah, I mean, measured excitement. You know, I don't want to, jump off, say that, oh my God, I got this great revelation, and tomorrow onwards. No. I've been in that space as well, where I felt in a conversation, oh my God, I cracked this code, and then I'm going to be this new person, and then I realize it's not realistic. It's not real for me. I've tried it several times. So this time I think I'm going to go with this measured approach, and I'm going to be quiet about it. Yeah. Because generally when I hit upon something, I get so excited, I'm sharing it with a dozen people. I'm like, this is what happened, and I think it's going to work finally. But I think this time it's going to be a quiet and measured approach. Yeah. I love these experiments. So.
Where are you feeling this measured excitement in your body right now?
In my heart.
In your heart.
Yeah. It's telling me, wait, the experiment has just begun. Be ready to share at the end of the experiment, not now. Yeah, because because the proof is in that, not now. The proof is not in the recognition. The proof is in the outcome of the action. So
really want to acknowledge you for the clarity, the vulnerability, the ability to catch yourself.
Yeah.
And even restrain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So when this part is saying this, how would you want to call upon that aspiration self to respond to it?
Yeah. 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 The values will respond now.
Okay.
The values are clearly now that we got because it's these values that help me have these conversations in the first place. The fact that I catch myself is nothing but the growth in my values. And the creativity stems from the fact that everything kind of comes together. Of course, you beautifully navigated for me, all things that I've said, and then, how do they tie? Because it's my experience that whatever I say is present in the conversation for itself, to form this connection. And the freedom to be open to myself and, to lay it all out, because I think that's how growth will happen. Yeah. So, yeah. So my values now, everything has a place.
And this clarity yet again has come,
Yes.
kudos
Yeah.
to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. See, it's so interesting because I made a choice there. I made a choice between aspiration and the values. And the values also said, we have our place. We're waiting for you to bring us up.
Yeah, and it revealed itself now.
And it did. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
True. What can go against this action that you have articulated right now and anchored in the heart space?
Correct. Like I said, I'll go back to my old ways,
That's
right? Because I say every time there's a conversation, then there's this great excitement that I stumbled upon this great insight, and I'm happy with the insight itself. So that could come in a way. It's that excitement of just being thrilled about the insight and then not doing anything about it will come in a way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll come in a way, for sure. Yeah.
And what strength within you that you could use to stay anchored in what you have committed right now?
Yeah. So my values are my strength. They are my strength. But I think beyond them, I like experiments. So I think my strength of research, I'm always interested in research, and I like being the subject of such research. So I think more than a strength, it's an interest. It's an interest. It's an inclination. It's something that deeply fulfills. And I have a huge appetite for it. So I think it is that. Because if I want to share this, I have to be in that lab, no?
Yeah, be the self-researcher.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
In this conversation, I'm sensing that you have got what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Where are we?
So I think this conversation has been quite comprehensive in terms of understanding the polarity itself, the paradox of it, and then saying, how are we going to now, with the insight, action it? And we've also spoken about what happens when it doesn't get actioned out. Right? I mean, in the form of an obstacle, but I also know that if I don't action it out, then this time together and this insight is meaningless. And then I can't take this forward. This life ends here, which is of no use, right? If this insight has to have a life of its own, it is only through this action. So I think we've understood the route, then, some level of the experiment in terms of what I'm going to do. And then, of course, what's the impact of doing and what's the impact of not doing? Yeah, because I don't want to come back to you next conversation and say, Deepa, I'm still stuck in my old ways. I don't think I'd feel good about that. I'll be happy to report saying, hey, guess what? You know what, Deepa? Maybe I'm thinking I don't want to take up a big goal. See, I don't want to say I'm going to do it for, say, a month. Let's say I just do it for a week. It's a much more gettable and, a shorter experiment. And I think the experiment itself will fuel itself. Yeah. So I don't want to, so I'll tell myself I'm going to do this for the next 7 days.
Starting?
And see what, starting tomorrow. Because uh, in terms of putting a routine together, it's a strength.
Yeah, it's there. It's like the genie.
It's like that. Yeah. So I think that, yeah, and I'm going to be realistic about it. Yeah, because I think it's important to be realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always my excitement takes over my thing. So I recognize that as well. Yeah. I get very enthusiastic when there's new awareness and new insight, and then yeah. So I think remember I said measured.
Yeah, measured, exactly.
I said measured. Yeah, I think that's yeah. So I think this is new for me. The
Yeah.
fact that I said measured.
And how will you hold yourself accountable
um.
for this 1 week?
Yeah. Because I came into the conversation saying that I want to be present. You know. And I want to test this out. Right. So I think it's this researcher that within me, that will keep me accountable, because otherwise, you know, for me, growth is something that keeps me happy, and experiments keep me happy. So I think just this will keep me accountable. Yeah. And like I said, it's just going to be a week. So a week is generally not too long for me. Generally, I plan for, months and stuff like that. So yeah. So this time I think even this is going to be a measured approach.
Mm.
The fact that I'm only going to take this up for a week is measured approach.
Wishing you all the best.
We are going sari shopping for sure.
So how would you like to close this conversation?
Um, what I've understood is that everything has a life cycle to it. There's a behavior, it has a root, and then there's a bearing. I think in this conversation, we did that life cycle. So I went through that life cycle. Yeah. So hence, uh, I feel complete. You used the word complete some part of the conversation. I think you said, how will you, somewhere you use the word complete. I think so. Somewhere in the beginning, I think so. Yeah. So I feel complete. Yeah. Because, we've touched all those bases. So I think, thank you so very much.
Thank
It was so much fun.
you. And I'm breathing with you in this completeness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Let's take a moment.
Yeah. Yes. I think so.
We do have 7 minutes in this
Okay.
life, but
Okay.
let's honor
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm
So,
seeing
yeah,
with is this whole how you ended the complete
yeah,
word, and
yeah,
it just feels um, I think that's what is resonating with me because when there is presence, there is an experience of completeness, irrespective of the content.
yeah,
And that's what I think is the most resonant thought right now prevalent for me.
lovely. Yeah, I think this entire experience uh, emerged for itself
Yeah.
because, like I said, I had no topic. Nothing specific that I brought, and then, you know, I think just being present to the moment, to yourself, to the space. Uh, and I was also thinking about how, you know, uh, I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to the space, but I also feel grateful for myself, you know, loving myself. So, like I said, that love and respect, it's not just the fact that, you're present for me and the space has been created, but also for myself.
Yes.
And I think that is what I was missing. And in this moment, there is choice. It's not about the no choice. And I think just this, the silence that we experienced at the beginning and now was beyond choice. It was that aspiration of beyond choice. Being grateful and all of that is still a choice, that we're making. But in that space of silence, it's choiceless. There's no need for either choice or no choice.
Yeah.
It's just a space to be.
Transcendence.
Yeah, transcendence beyond it. Correct. Yeah.
Very true. And you know, for me, this month has been a month of talking about presence,
Mm.
of bringing the theme of presence, but not from even executive presence, not from how we dress up, how we stand, how we sit, but how do we carry our presence deep inside from the inner to the outer, and not just doing a very superficial conversation or thought of presence, but really looking at it inside out.
Yeah.
And that's why when you said yes to this conversation, I was so thrilled.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know with you, the coachee and the coach
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
carry presence, you know, both of us. So I was
Yeah.
very, very thrilled when you said, let's do it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think we were supposed to do it last month, and of course, yeah, it didn't happen. So uh, I think, and when I knew that this was your presence month, then I said we got to do
Exactly. You
this.
offered. I
We
was
got
so
to do.
happy. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We must do this.
absolutely. In fact, this is leading up to next month, the course that I'm offering, which is called Leading with Presence, which is a 11 weeks course. And it talks about presence from the body, from the breath, from the emotions, from the realm of thoughts, from the realm of purpose and aspirations. Because I think all of this, just not just from the what you shared, but all of this builds presence. And it's so vast that we can only talk and get some understanding. But until you experience, so this is an
Yeah.
experiential journey, and
Wow.
anyone who's listening who would want to know more
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
I can share the link also here. I
Yeah.
would love to hold space for any one of you who wants to build their presence
Yeah. I
inside
think
out.
that's beautiful, Deepa. And what I'm also recognizing now that you're saying it is that it's not enough to be present in one area or one dimension.
That's correct.
It's that all-encompassing presence that
Yes,
actually leads to, that
absolutely.
aspiration, the higher
Yeah,
version and
yeah,
going beyond.
yeah, correct. And
Beautiful.
most of the times, presence to the body happens when there is a breakdown. I have experienced it in my life. So that's always the case. Till it's going well, presence is out of the window. And when something happens, we take that over. So yeah, but I think there's always a starting point to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
to presence, to come to light.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. And this understanding that it's vast and it has, many things.
Yeah,
And all of them are interrelated and they're all the time talking to each
all the
other.
time, all the time. Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
We are on top of time, and I want to
Yeah.
thank you for this contribution in this month. Thank you very much. And thanks to everybody who's watching. Do
Yes.
share your thoughts and comments. We would love to hear, and we will respond to
Yeah.
each one of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you'll want, we can do another session, a part 2 of this couple of months from now, another topic, and to see
Absolutely.
how both of us have evolved in that time.
Yeah, that's true. We would have. We'd better.
We better now
With
that we've
love
said
and
it.
respect.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
all.
Thank you, Deepa.
Have a
And
wonderful
thank you,
evening.
everybody who joined us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.